We live in a time where you can be anything, do anything, learn anything, and yet more people feel lost than ever. Purpose used to be simple. You were born into a path, a role, a story. But today, meaning is no longer given. You have to build it. And this is where so many people struggle. We wait for purpose to appear, as if it arrives in a sudden moment of clarity. Some passion, some calling, some lightning strike that tells us, this is it. But meaning rarely arrives like that. Most people aren't missing purpose, they're missing alignment. Because purpose isn't found. Purpose is formed, slowly, intentionally, through the choices you make every day. Section 1. The Modern Purpose Problem. Psychologists call it the meaning gap, the tension between the life you're living and the life you know you could be living. We fill that gap with distractions, achievements, and noise. We chase passion, thinking it will lead us to meaning. But passion is a spark. Purpose is the direction you walk once the spark fades. We think purpose should feel exciting, but in reality, purpose feels more like clarity, a sense that you're moving towards something that matters, even when it's uncomfortable, even when no one sees it. The Stoics knew this. They said you suffer most when you live out of alignment with your principles. Meaning is what happens when your values, your actions, and your identity start to agree with each other. Section 2. What purpose really is. Purpose isn't a dream job, a mission statement, or a grand ambition. It's the psychological combination of three things: values, what you stand for; direction, where you're moving; story, why it matters to you. When these three align, your life feels coherent. You feel like not just someone reacting to the world, but someone shaping it. Modern psychology agrees. Meaning is created, not discovered. It shows up when your day-to-day actions form a story you're proud to tell. Even small actions can create deep meaning when they reflect who you're trying to become. This is why purpose lasts longer than motivation. Motivation is emotional. Purpose is structural. Section 3. Hyanding. Why purpose feels so hard to find. Most people feel lost, not because they lack ambition, but because they expect clarity before action. They wait for certainty before choosing a direction. But clarity doesn't come before the path. Clarity comes from walking it. We also compare ourselves to others so intensely that we forget our purpose doesn't have to look impressive. It has to feel true. And many people avoid depth because depth requires commitment. It requires saying no. It requires choosing something and letting go of the 100 other paths you could take. Purpose isn't hard because you're broken. It's hard because it requires courage. The courage to choose a direction without seeing the whole map. Section 4. How to build a lasting sense of purpose. Purpose grows through practice, not revelation. Start with this question: what would make today meaningful? Not perfect, not productive, meaningful. Then choose one small action that aligns with your values. Connection, growth, honesty, discipline, creativity, whatever matters to you. Next, practice attention. Most people don't lack purpose, they lack awareness. If you don't slow down enough to hear your life, you won't know what direction it's asking you to take. Then, serve something beyond yourself. Every psychological study agrees. Meaning increases when you contribute to something bigger than your own comfort. And finally, build routines that reinforce who you want to be. Purpose doesn't survive chaos. It lives in structure, in habits, in the small, repeated actions that slowly shape your identity. Section 5. The Stoic View, Reimagined. The Stoics believed your purpose wasn't a job, it was a way of being. To live with virtue, to act with intention, to contribute to the world in your own unique way. Your purpose isn't out there waiting for you. It grows through the way you show up, even in the smallest moments. You don't need to know your entire path. You just need the next step that feels aligned. And meaning, true, lasting meaning, emerges when your ambition and your awareness move together. When your life stops being a reaction and becomes a creation. See clearly, live wisely, and build a life that feels meaningful, one intentional choice at a time.